I mentioned Pepco before. So I don't know how many people are Pepco customers. Okay, so it's like the worst company in the world. I think it has the worst customer service rating globally of any company. I mean, they've gotten better. My lights have stayed on more than in the past, but I mean, there were periods where the wind wasn't even blowing. I would lose my power. So finally, I had had enough, and I am going on Twitter. So I tweeted about how angry I was, and what was fascinating was Pepco did not respond, surprise. But you know who responded? WTOP, right? Because they have a guarantee. We will stay on the case until everybody gets power back. That is their promise of value, right? So I was like, from a marketing perspective as opposed to a customer's perspective, my mind was exploding. It's like, so they are online monitoring mentions of Pepco so they can help Pepco customers, right? So they tweeted back to me and said, we're here to help, where are you? And so I gave them my general sort of neighborhood, and they said, hold on, we'll call Pepco for you. Because I couldn't get through to Pepco, my husband couldn't get through to Pepco, but guess what? A media station can get through to Pepco. So they called Pepco, they tweeted me back and said, sounds like your power will be on about this time, and I think it got on like a slightly earlier. But I mean, if I wasn't a fan, I was already a fan of WTOP. I listen to them every morning as I'm getting dressed. Now I am really a fan. And then what was really funny was, so I guess I tweeted that like the power came back on. Then I got this Twitter handle, Fake Pepco, which I loved. So Fake Pepco's brand was, we are so sorry to be offering a good customer service experience. We really let you down. We intended for your power to be out far longer than it was. So you can see, it said, Leigh George, there's nothing more we hate than bringing power to our customers. And then I said, oh, customer service is improving. And it said, we apologize for bringing your power back up. It won't happen again. And what was very funny about this was that this was last year. I'd say within a day that was shut down. There was no more fake Pep, and which is why the avatar, when I tried to do a screenshot, the avatar wouldn't show up because the link's been broken. So Pepco probably noticed that there was a fake Pepco tweeting and shut them off. But it just shows you that absence is worse than presence online. Because if you're not, people are going to say bad things about you. They always have before the internet, right? It's just that now that it can be spread at a speed and scope not possible before. Wouldn't you rather know when someone's saying something bad about you and then you can deal with it than just burying your head in the sand? Because this is what happens if you bury your head in the sand. People make fun of you, or someone else uses that to their advantage and builds their own brand like WTOP did. So you want to be proactive. You don't want to be reactionary. When you think about, in the age of marketing, where marketing was just push marketing, right? Just screaming these these ads trying to sell. In the same vein, customer service was reactive. No one would proactively come to you and say, how are we doing? It was always, companies only reacted when there was a problem, right? So in the age of social media, where people have access to publishing channels, you have to be proactive. You have to be out there knowing what's going on so you can deal with the situation before it gets bad.